Hi, today I want to talk about the Skyline by SXK. It's a copy, but it's a very good, I was going to say copy, it's just a very good tank, and I don't want to get into the politics of what's a copy, what's a clone, what's original and all the rest of it. I just think it's a good tank. Let me show you. We'll be on 34 watts. With a 0.44 ohm coil. Terrific flavour. There's a lot to this tank. There's some little bits and pieces, some inserts to convert it to mouth to lung, and I'll give you my thoughts on that later. There's an adjustable airflow system where by turning the top you adjust the airflow. In fact, if we can probably get a bubble or two if I do it. Yep, there you go. So that's a good feature too. But I think the best thing to do is show you all this down on the table. I'll unbox one for you, show you what you get, and I'll show you how to build it all up. See you in a minute. Okay. Here we go then. Let's start with the box. A lot of these sort of tanks now seem to be coming in this type of box. Just drag everything out, I think, is the easiest way. Could have actually unwrapped that ready, couldn't I? Shows it's new. So the tank itself, let's do this. Let's just tip this lot out, and then we can call on bits as and when I need to explain them. Right, there we go, a whole load of stuff. Removable drip tip, stainless steel. You also get a Delrin one. That's the adjustment there, so I'm not sure if you can see, I think you can. There's a little slot just in here, if you can see that. Turn that clockwise and shuts the juice flow off. Okay, take the top ring off, and then pull that off. It's on an O-ring, and there's your fill slots in there, your pair of kidneys. So let's come back to that. Airflow. That's not moving, is it? I think actually it's harder with the tank not on. Oh, there you go. Not on a battery. Single airflow or both. Both airflows wide open. So let's take the deck off. We'll come to the deck in a minute. Take the glass off. Now, one or two, I've seen a couple of reviews for this, and they both say that this is sticky to get this to adjust. Well, mine was as well, I'm going to be honest. But I have found the reason why it's sticky. If you keep twisting all the way clockwise till it gets nearly to the bottom. There we go. And now let's try and take this out. There we are. All that's happening, of course, is that this is marrying up with that, and that is just turning that inside the tank on a thread which is inside here. Now, why mine was sticking, this one actually looks as clean as a whistle, but I had a little bit of swarf on the thread here, and I cleaned that thread right off, which you should do with tanks anyway, but I hadn't. Cleaned that thread, and I've had no issues since, and this piece is all one piece. So let's put that back together. finger in there. That'll do nicely. Right, moving on to the deck. Now there's 2 post holes. Take a standard flat blade screwdriver, which they supply. Not the biggest of holes, to be honest, but it's not designed to be a sort of cloud chucking tank, really. There you go. Near enough open. That'll do for now. Your airflow comes in from the bottom here up through here. Now that's where you get a choice of options with these inserts. You get 3. See if I can hold those 3 up, and you can see the various different holes that you get. So obviously the bigger the hole, the bigger the airflow. Right, all see that. Now I put one together to try and, obviously with the 2 smaller air holes, to get a mouth to lung. This is one that I made, sound like Blue Peter, that I made earlier. And it's not a bad mouth to lung, but I'm not gonna, for me, I think it's better. I've been using it, no insert in there whatsoever, and just using it as an open drawer. And for me, I think that's where this tank lies. These little inserts aren't, for me anyway, they don't quite do it. Also, I will say, sorry, all these background noises. Open another box that I had earlier. When I first tried it and I dry burnt the coil, here it is, here it is, here it is, here it is. With my first tank, although I think these are supposed to be peak insulators, you can see for yourself what happened. I burnt it, and you cannot get rid of that burnt taste. Once it's there, it seems to be there. So that's something else to look out for. The other point is you can't change the airflow without changing the coil, because it won't come out. So let's get this deck again, put that same one in there. I'm going to make this look hard, obviously. Oh, sorry, off camera there. There we are. They go in there, you see, and there's a tool here to remove them, which just slots. Which way does it go? Is it right way and a wrong way? Tight, isn't it? Well, I didn't have a problem with the other one. There you go. It's just tight. So that hooks on there, and then just pull and watch it fly across the room. This is dry at the moment, this tank, so oh. Well, there you go. I think I'm strengthening the case for the fact that these inserts aren't very good. There we are. I say they're not very good. It depends what airflow you need or require, but for me it doesn't quite work with mouth to lung. And I did try it. I was very excited. I thought, cool, this is going to be great. We'll have a mouth to lung tank and it's going to be brilliant. But for me, no, that didn't work. So I think today I'll set this up with a standardish sort of coil. I'm just picking one at random here. What's that? It's a quad coil. Okay. Out of one of our coil kits. Not going to make a coil for this today. The holes aren't offset. They're level. So bear that in mind. Let's put that in there. Maybe I should open that up slightly. There you go. Whoops, it flew out of my hand then. Pull that wire through there. That's it. Because they're not offset, that makes it a little harder to get the coil through, but not impossible by any means. Right, I think that'll do. So we'll tighten him up. It sounds like I'm being a bit down on this tank. Far from it, actually. I've really been enjoying it. It's a very, very good tank indeed. It's just these inserts, I think I was expecting more from them, and that didn't, for me anyway, didn't deliver. Certainly not for, you know, for, I was looking forward to it. I thought, oh great, a mouth to lung tank, tremendous, but it wasn't. Not for me anyway. Be interesting to see what other reviewers agree or disagree with that. So let's just chop these wires off. Quite a tough wire. I think these flush cutters might be getting a bit old and worn now. That'll do. There we are. Wicking, you'll see in a second, I'll do it for you, but it's wicking is dead easy. Absolutely dead easy. Let's just make sure that's central. You want a little bit of height off here. You don't want it too low to the deck. I think it's better for a little bit of height there. So let's put some wick. It's quite a thick coil, that diameter, so that's go reasonably thick with the cotton. I feel like I've got bits everywhere today. I just want to quickly do this review to tell everyone about it, because I have enjoyed the tank. I've been using it in a little Tesla Stealth, and I'll show you that at the end. And it fits in there, an absolute treat. So it's nice to use in there. Right, just wrap that around the screwdriver, get that started. Okay. Just floss the coil. Now, as far as width is concerned for cutting it, I think off this inner O-ring part here. So if you just lay the scissors on one side of that, cut, and on the other, cut, that should be about perfect. So we'll just fluff the cotton up a little bit. Just helps with the juice flow. Right, all I do, I don't actually cut that cotton again, I'm just cutting the fluff around it. That's the only bit we want off. All you do, ever so simple, pick that up, drop it into there. then we'll come back to that one. Same with this side. Pick up the wick. Whoops. Could have done a better job of that. Let's try again. Pick up the wick and drop it into the side. You might find once you've done it, just your little hex screwdriver or something is the easiest way of just, that's it, popping that cotton into the side there. I've had no leaks, no issues with this tank, none whatsoever, which is nice. I think all these tanks now, I think we're getting spoilt. I think they're all, you know, to find negatives now is quite hard. It used to be easy in the a couple of years ago, but negatives now are getting a lot harder to find. It's more down to personal preference and what you like the look of. So it's just make sure there's just that wick is just off that airflow in there. And that's it. That's all there is to it. So we're going to juice that up today with Black Monk, I think. Black Monk by Liquid Rage. It's a eucalyptus mint, I think a black currant. I haven't got the description to hand in front of me. Actually, I normally would have. Now, I've just made a mistake because I didn't pulse that coil. So we're going to have to take a bit of a flyer on this. How on earth did I forget that? Never mind. We'll persevere. Glass back on. If you see me pull a funny face when we go up top, you'll know why. That juice flow now, look, is easy once the tank is nicely assembled together. So we'll fill. There's not that much of this Black Monk left. I've been vaping with it, but there should be enough for this review. Be enough to show you. That'll do. Right. That back on there. That just holds the top adjuster on. Okay. Now, if I turn this anti-clockwise, it will open, and already, look, you can see, turn it round this way as well. Up come the bubbles. It really does juice well. I think you can say that juice isn't getting to those coils, because it really is. So we'll go with stainless steel today. Put the stainless steel one on. Lovely big air bubble going there. And we'll go back up top. Let's just actually make sure, see what that's reading. I'm going to put this one on the Tesla, as I promised, because that's how I've been using it. It's a nice little stealthy mod. Look at that. So let's just put that on there, see what we've got. .47 ohms. Okay, I shall see you up top in just a second. Okay, welcome back. Well, I've resisted the urge to try this before I let the film keep rolling, but I don't think it needs many dry pulls, because it was juicing really well. Right, here goes. If it gets me harshly, that's my punishment for not dry burning the coil. It's actually fine. It's absolutely fine. I got away with it. I would obviously normally suggest that you dry burn them, make sure they're burning evenly, but I thoroughly got away with that. There we are. Very, very good vape. Oh, sorry, it's minty. This is the Tesla I was telling you about. It's just, I've been going out with this because it's just easy to go out with. There you have it. Juice flow, if you feel you're getting too much juice, just turn it clockwise, turn it down. And obviously if you've got a heavy VG, turn it anti-clockwise. 22mm in diameter. I don't think I mentioned that. Other than that, I think that's about all I can say. It's a, you know, it is a good tank. They all seem to be better now. And you know, as I was saying earlier, it's hard to say, you know, this is awful. Don't buy it. Beware. There isn't any of that so much now. It's what you like the look of, what appeals to you. This only takes a single coil. You might be looking for that. I don't know. But I'm just here to show you how to set it up once you've bought it, and hopefully I've done that for you. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye for now.